guys, so welcome to KO tutorials. So let's continue with the other part of this tutorial of Substance Painter. So as you have seen over here, what we have done in the previous tutorial, we have gone through some fill layers over here, we have gone through some mask over here. So in this, now we are going through some alpha maps, and I'm also going to show you something called stencils over here. So let's go over here and let's take a new fill layer. So let's add a fill layer right on the top of it, and I'll just rename it as a text over here, and I'll just add a black mask. Let's go into the mask, let's go down, let's go into the mask, and we have a property called alpha. Let's go into the alpha. If you want to paint any alpha, you can even do that over here. So I'll just go down. We have some alphas over here. I'll take a font alpha over here. So you have different styles of font. Let's take one font over here. So let's take this and I'll just write it as Indian oil over here and increase this brush size, and let's click over here. So once you click it, you see that you can even paint this alpha over here, and into that alpha, if you click on the fill layer, you will get the color stuff. You have this roughness property. You can increase decrease this roughness if needed. Over here you want to just keep it as plain, paint over here, I can do that. Again I can take, if you want, again I can just go into the text, or you have the size, the position. So you need to paint it again, you cannot change this over here right now. Now again let's take a new layer, add a fill layer. Again I'll go into this and say a black mask. Again I'll go into the alpha. So we have again alpha over here for the new layer, and if you want to paint something different over here, you can do that. We can just take this slightly, just reduce this, go over here, let's give any color to it, or you can just give any color like this. Click over here and you can just paint this. So this is what we are doing over here, is we are painting the alpha over here directly into that. And if you go into this and if you add a filter, you can even add a filter into it. If you need, you can add a filter, and if you want to mix something with it, you can do that. So filter can be added in a new blank layer. So what I'll do over here is, like, let's take again a new fill layer. I'll again add a black mask. I'll go over here, select the mask, let's add a filter, let's go into the filter, and you can add something like this if needed into that. So before that, okay, I think that filter is not selected correctly, is not compatible with this content. You can So these are some of the filters which are not compatible. So instead of that, we can also add uh, a generator if needed, and I can just go over here and say any of the generators. So this we have added this. So you can even add this generator, that's a curvature. You can use this curvature generator, which is going to give you the curvature parameters over here. You can use that. If you want, you can add this generator. Again, you can add some levels over here as well. If you want, if you have added this, you can work with those parameters over here. That can be added. Now let's again take one more fill layer. We do have this alpha also over here. If you want, you can directly drag also as well over here, and if you want to paint something, you can even paint it. So let's take a new map. Let's take a fill layer, take a black mask, and let's go into this. Let's remove this. Alright, so we can go from here as well. If you want to add some dirt spots or something, you can even add this dirt spots. You can add the dirt spots as well. So you need to go into this again and say give any color, then you can just add this dirt spots if needed. Wherever is required, you can just add that. Now once this is done, you have some parameters for this. You can have seeds variations over here for this dirt spots. Let's again take a new fill layer over here, take a black mask. I'll again take a black mask, and we have a property over here called stencil. So what exactly stencil is? For example, if you want to project something, we can use the stencil. Before taking a stencil, you have the stencil options over here as well. You can see this projection over here. You can just click on this, and you can just take a stencil over here. If you want to project something, so let's click on the stencil over here, and let's take any of the stencils. So for example, if I take a stencil, for example, let's take just give you example of this stencil. So if you see this, I can press S and increase decrease the size of the stencil. I can move the stencil, and you have no tiling. You can just give some tilings over here, horizontal tiling, vertical tiling, you can use it. So wherever you want this stencils, I can easily paint this stencils wherever is required. So the best way is you can use the stencils over here. So So you can just drag this stencil over here. You can paint the stencil. So as you can see now, you can just off the stencil. Let me just save this file. See at the bottom. So I have painted this stencil over here. So as you can see, again I can show you how you can paint it. Is like you can just go into this and let's take any of the stencils. So let's take an example. Let's take this pattern. Let's take any of the stencil pattern. I can press S and I can increase decrease the size of it, and I can just create the stencil in this way. So I can go into this, I can change the color of the stencil. So stencils can easily be painted. You can give it a metallic look if needed. If you want to give roughness, you can give roughness, and even you want to go with the height, you can see that you can even add the height over here as well. So let's go into this and I'll just increase this and show you how it looks like. It's loading. So stencils can be used to project anything. You can even project images also. You can project any kind of textures also if you want to project it. So that's the major use of stencils. So we'll see that how it looks like. So you can create stitches, you can create zip, whatever you want to create using the stencils, that can be created easily. So as you can see now, you can see how we have created this. You can see the stencil stuff. So this is how it is going to work over here. So again I will go into this. So you can slightly work with this roughness as well if needed. Alright. So guys, if any doubts, please put it in the comment section over here. So we'll go through other stuff, few more things in the coming tutorial. So if you don't want this color, you can just remove the color from it. You can only see this part. So please like and subscribe my YouTube channel. So thanks for watching this tutorial.